Just two dudes having a conversation. You're my friend and I trust you.
Hey.
And it's been a while, but I found it's been a while till I found my face again. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
It has been a while in actual reality.
You were on vacation.
I was.
I want to hear.
You were somewhere too, I think.
I was here.
I thought you went somewhere on a Friday.
On a Friday?
Yeah.
I'm going to take my hat off really quick. I don't know where I would have gone.
I don't remember. But I went to the Smoky Mountains.
Oh, I went my Uncle Mike's memorial.
That's
Zanesville.
what
That's what I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was just like a Friday night.
Yeah.
Friday night thing. Had to sleep in a hotel bed with my dad.
In the same bed?
In the same bed.
Does it kick?
Nobody farts.
That's always a bummer.
It's the worst. Well, we got a lot of stuff to get to today because we haven't seen each other in a while. Well, we saw each other yesterday, but
we really didn't talk.
We both said, let's just not talk and save it all for the podcast.
And you literally showed up, walked in the door, and we said maybe
I was
3 or 4 things.
Carrying a new snare drum that me and another guy had made, so we talked about that a little bit. That's about it.
Yeah.
But before we get into all this stuff, this is You're My Friend and I Trust You. It's a podcast.
It is an audio form.
Yes, not an audio book. Don't get it confused.
No. An audio forum.
An forum? Oh, I thought you said form.
It's also that, too.
I guess it is. We're many things.
Yes.
We are everything. We're on Back Row Radio.
Yep, the Back Row Radio app.
Pretty exciting.
Yeah. You can also find us on iTunes and Spotify.
Yeah, Spotify. We're on Spotify.
We're on Spotify and YouTube.
Working on that.
Okay, we're working on the YouTube.
Yeah. I thought I'll get into it because I just want to get it out of my head, or else it's just going to be rattling around in there for the rest of the time. But I had we run everything through Podbean, so I upload to Podbean, and then that puts it on iTunes, Spotify, everywhere else, and also Podbean. But you can hook it up to automatically release to YouTube. So I had to make a YouTube page of us through our email. And I thought that I set it up the last episode to just automatically upload to YouTube, but apparently it didn't. So I got to figure that out.
I've had some qualms with YouTube recently as well.
I've never uploaded anything.
Yeah.
So I don't know like any of the hassles that come with that.
Yeah.
But yeah. Is your qualms with like the monetization stuff that happened a while ago?
No, just because like I do all of the church's YouTube stuff, so it's more so just like the interface and whatnot.
Gotcha.
So.
Yeah. Did you hear that they're pushing like more ads on people that listen to music?
Really?
Like if you just like watch music videos on YouTube, they're gonna push more ads on you because they have that new like YouTube music streaming service.
That's right.
They're trying to get people to switch over.
So far, ad block plus on Google Chrome has worked for me.
Dude.
I don't have YouTube ads anymore.
I don't even have the plus, but I don't get the ads.
Yeah.
I just have
it
ad
might
block.
not be plus, but
So here's a little hot tip for you guys. If you don't want ads on YouTube, just download ad block. It's an extension.
That's right. At least on Google Chrome.
Yeah.
I think it's on Firefox, but
I think so, maybe.
Yeah.
But it just blocks all your... I don't even have pop-ups.
no pop-ups. Like if you're, I think... I don't really do a whole lot on Facebook anymore, but I'm pretty sure it blocks all of like the Facebook ads.
Yeah,
too.
if you're on Twitter, it won't even let promoted tweets show
fantastic.
up. Yeah, it's great.
On my phone, like anytime I see a promoted ad, I just mute whatever account it is.
Oh, yeah.
Like you know what?
Yeah.
You're just muted now. It makes me feel a little more in control of life.
Twitter's going back to a chronological feed too. Yeah.
Oh,
or
praise.
they're giving you the option.
Yeah, I'm going to it.
Oh, for sure.
Like, so frustrating.
I hate that so much.
Wait, why is this from 7 days ago?
Yeah. Yep. I don't like that I have to hit home like 6 times to get to the top of my feed.
That too.
That's frustrating.
Or like the while you were gone, or was it?
Yeah, while you were away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Or
I don't
in case
care,
you missed
just give me what is happening right now.
Yeah.
If I didn't see it at that point, I don't need to see it.
Yeah. Yep. We're crotchety old men today.
We really are.
It's the weather. It's got my joints hurt.
Yeah, we got a storm coming through, so
It's going to hit.
I was gonna say hopefully we don't lose power, but we're on.
I actually thought about that right before I pulled into your driveway.
Really?
I thought, like, what if we lose power?
We should have a good like half hour on my battery.
The
running.
interface will die, though. Because the interface is plugged in, right?
No, this is
It's not?
It's powered by the computer.
Oh, that's the 2i2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The other one is, my
Right.
18i8 is not.
Yeah.
All right, now we're just talking about nerds. We just lost. Before we lose absolutely everybody.
Right.
How was your vacation? You went to Gatlinburg,
Gatlinburg,
Tennessee.
Tennessee. I freaking love Tennessee.
It's so beautiful.
Like-
I love it so much.
Just like once you hit south of like Lexington, Kentucky,
Yeah.
like we stopped at a Publix, which is like a Kroger.
Okay. Yeah.
In the south, and we were gonna get groceries because we had a cabin, so like we could save some money and just cook our own meals. And so we went to get lunch meat, and the lady, the I don't know what they're called, the meat cutters.
Delicatessens.
Yes, we'll call it that.
A delicatessen is a person that makes sandwiches,
Well,
like in a deli.
okay, yeah, we'll go with that. Anyway, she, of course, she was like, "Oh, hey, honey, what can I do for you?" And she's probably in her 50s.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Well, I think I want some smoked turkey." And so she was like, "All right, well, how thick do you want it?" So I told her, and so she cut off 2 pieces because me and Allie were standing there. She was like, "Is this about the thickness that you want?" And I was like, I was just looking at it I was like, "Yeah." She was, "No, go ahead and take it, try it, make sure you like it." I was like, "Okay."
That's so great.
So we both tried a piece, and then like we got ham, and she did the same thing, and then like same with our cheese. And like when she was done, she was like, "Now we got some good stuff cooking over in the bakery, so make sure you stop by and get something sweet before you go." As we were walking away, I was like, "I love that woman." And I love it here.
You could just go and get a full meal and not have to pay for it.
Exactly.
But that's kind of preying on the kindness of other
Right.
people. Here's this, by the way.
Okay. But yeah, so we didn't really have like plans, which is what we were trying to do. Like we just rented a cabin, which is
Best way to vacation.
yeah. And we had been there before, so we knew we liked it.
Yeah.
And actually, the hurricane was getting ready to blow through that area. So we were like, being up in the mountain during a storm isn't all that bad.
No.
So it's got a metal roof on it. So,
I love it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So we just kind of hung out. It actually only rained one day, and it just kind of like misted. It was a weird.
Yeah, we didn't get much here
Really?
either.
Yeah, it wasn't anything that it was promised to be. Now, I'm not taking away from the coast because I do realize that there was devastation over there. But,
Sure.
so then there's the Smoky Mountain National Forest is down that way, so we spent a day down there.
How bad did you want a motorcycle when you were down there?
Oh, especially up in we went up to Klingman's Dome, and it's only like, I think it's like 30 miles, but it takes like an hour and a half to get up there.
Always twisty and windy.
Yeah, dude,
Really.
it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of didn't want to come home.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
I had a thought real quick, and I just want to say it before I forget. But when we went down to Pigeon Forge on vacation, which is just right next to Gatlinburg, something that caught me off guard was like most of your waitresses and waiters wouldn't have Southern accents because most of them are from up north, and they came down to that area for work.
Yeah. That's why I was like, man, it would be interesting, like being a server or, whatever down there, just the amount of people you get to meet.
From all over.
Right.
All over.
Yeah. And, man, I just had this in my head. As you were talking, I remembered something I wanted to say, and now I can't remember.
Well, while you're trying to remember, why don't you tell us also about the food poisoning that you got?
Oh, yeah. I don't know what I ate because Allie didn't get it.
So that was after you got back?
Yeah. So, this would have been Tuesday morning is when I woke up at like 5. First, I woke up because I had massive heartburn.
I had heartburn last night. I didn't sleep for a good gosh darn.
Yeah. And so it was like 5 o'clock in the morning, and I just woke up. I was like, man, my chest is on fire.
Do you think our heartburn's only going to get worse as we get older?
Unless we change our diets, yes.
I have been trying to change my diet.
Have you?
I've been doing a lot. Like, my mom started drinking lemon water. So just like cutting off a slice of lemon and squeezing it into a glass of ice water. And it's supposed to be super healthy for you. Helps you lose weight a little bit too. Here comes the rain. I just saw a drop, I think, out of our nice picture window.
That's right.
But I do that. And like for lunch, I don't eat until a little bit after noon. So I fast, intermittent fasting for the first part of the day. And then I typically just do like either yogurt and like toast with peanut butter and honey, or eggs and bacon and that lemon water. So I've been trying to, but I don't see like, I've only been doing it for a couple weeks, but I don't see my acid reflux getting any better.
Yeah.
But I was just thinking about that today. I was like, what is it going to be like when we're like 70? Are we going to sleep at all? Are we going to be able to get vertical at all without our throats just erupting volcanic lava?
Yeah.
And sorry, I interrupted you entirely, but
I was just going to get to the puking part, so
tell me all about the puking part.
So
I want to hear every detail.
I awoke at like 5. My chest was on fire, and you know that like in your throat feeling. Yeah. But also, like my stomach kind of hurt, but it wasn't nearly as bad as what I was feeling in my throat. And so I went to the bathroom, and I mean, it was from like walking from my door, from our bedroom to our bathroom, which is, I don't know, maybe 15 feet or so.
It takes you 10 seconds.
Yeah. Is when it like, I was like, oh, I got to puke.
Oh, no.
But it was the double punch of both ends.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I've never had that before.
Oh, it's the worst.
How do you handle that? Just get a trash can?
Yeah, I grabbed our trash can and stationed myself.
Wow.
And it got to the point where I had nothing. Like usually, like you puke and then you feel fine, you know, or you feel better. Like your stomach doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
Well, I did it, and it was just like my stomach was just like, it felt like someone was trying to stab something out of my stomach. Yeah, and I couldn't get rid of it.
Yeah.
And so I was just sitting there just like dry heaving. And I'm a very, very, very violent puker. Like I've blown blood vessels in my eyes.
That's
usually
crazy.
I blow my voice out whenever I puke.
Insane.
Somehow I didn't wake Allie up because like it was probably a good 10 minutes of this. Like,
jeez.
And I'm pretty sure I ripped something in my throat. Like it still kind of hurts right now. But yeah, so that took me about half hour, 45 minutes to clear my system.
Jeez.
And then I also like I was sweating so much it looked like I just like finished running a marathon.
Wow.
Like it was pretty bad. But once I was done with it, like, you know, once you just get it out of your system, you're usually fine. And so yeah.
You puke like 12 times a year though. I can't remember the last time I've thrown up.
This year actually this hasn't been bad. If I remember right. I think I've only puked once.
Plus, I feel like you get food poisoning at least 3 times a year.
You think?
I've never gotten it once.
I take some risk. Did you hear that?
Was that thunder?
That was thunder. Thunder. Feel the thunder.
Thunder. We're gonna, if we do get up on YouTube, we're gonna get pulled. You might hear some thunder, listeners.
Yeah.
I really hope that a lightning bolt just hits right out in that yard.
It's a tree back there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever seen those videos of lightning hitting water?
No.
It's like a chain reaction.
Really?
It like the whole river just explodes. I saw a video. A lightning bolt hit a stump or like a tree that was submerged in a river. Mm-hmm. It exploded the entire tree, and then it shot down the river, and like water was shooting up. It was crazy, man.
So my question is,
yeah,
how do the fish not get fried?
I bet they do. but
like,
not all of them. It's not like the entirety of the river.
Or like the ocean.
Yeah.
What happens when lightning hits the ocean?
It can't go forever. It has to dissipate at some point.
But like...
And I'm sure it only goes to a certain depth.
Yeah.
And it's not like all the fish are hanging out just right up top.
Yeah.
You know? But I'm sure that there's been just like one unlucky whale that's been surfacing and just pop.
Because, like, I mean, it's just flat out there. Like, it's going to hit you. It's going to hit something, whatever's highest.
Right. Whether it be a cresting dolphin or a
bottlenose dolphin.
Bottlenose dolphin. Do you think it would explode if a dolphin got hit? Because people get hit all the time. We don't explode.
People survive?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you see that video of that dude that got hit by lightning, got knocked down by it, survives, gets back up, stumbles, walks a couple feet and gets hit again?
Are they real?
Yeah. Yeah.
I have not seen that.
Ooh. You hear that, listeners? It's the rain. It's the good old rain.
Never liked the rain until I walked through it with you.
I bless the rains down in Africa. My favorite song of all time. Of all time.
So what have you been up to?
Trying to keep a schedule. Since I'm not working right now, I'm looking for a job.
Yeah.
It's interesting. The more I keep myself busy, the less depressed I am. Mm-hmm. But if I just have like a real lazy day, then like it's insane how quickly I'll get depressed.
Yeah.
And just feel worthless.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to just kind of balance that. When I get depressed, I just kind of shut down. Mm-hmm. That's how depression works for me. I get depressed because I don't have a job and I'm looking for something to do and I just don't know what to do, and I'm trying to get into a studio, and if I get depressed, then I just feel like I can't move and I don't want to move, and then I just don't do anything. I'm not productive, and then when I'm not productive, I get even more depressed. So it's just like a vicious circle of crap that I just can't get my head out of. So I've been trying to keep a schedule of I wake up in the morning, I'll work out, or I'll do something immediately. I'm trying not to watch like YouTube or Netflix or anything, TV, until like later on in the day, in the evening when my day's over. Or like for lunch, if I do like lunch. Yeah. I'll watch like a 20-minute show on Netflix or something. But I have found that if I just start my day, work out, I'll have a productive day. Or start my day, do something active, I'll have a productive day of either doing work around the house or job hunting or both. Mm-hmm. So that's what I've been up to, trying to just stay busy. Yeah, with stuff, and yeah, job hunt not going well. I haven't heard back from any of the places that I've reached out to yet. Yeah, but that's the thing about engineering and studios is nobody's looking for anybody. Right. I did apply to a place in Texas called Spoke Media. Tejas. Tater tots. Tater tots. They were looking for a lead engineer, and they just do podcasts and audiobooks. Huh. They're a company that does that, and I have obviously an interest in podcasts, and I love audiobooks, and I think that I would be really good at producing that, and it's mainly just editing, which I'm very good at. So, not to toot my own horn, but I've been doing it for a long time. Yeah. So, I don't know. Hoping for something to come along. Any listeners out there? You need somebody? Brian? Brian. You hiring? This is where you'd come in, buddy. Did you see that Beyonce, her ex-drummer, is accusing her of witchcraft? What? Yeah. It's on Twitter, man. What? Like, did something happen to him? Her, by the way, 2018. Beyonce's drummer is a girl.
Oh, sorry.
Didn't mean to call you out so hard. But her ex-drummer says that Beyonce was using sexual molestation spells, was controlling her bank account via a spell, and also killed her kitten. So, who knows where this is going to go? This might blow something, just the doors wide open off of something.
Wow.
You know?
Wow. Or she'll get a nice settlement and
Yeah, well, she's just trying to get a restraining order right now.
Against Beyonce?
Yeah.
Huh.
But I don't know what restraining orders do against spells. You know,
Right.
you could be on the other side of the world and
Yeah.
theoretically put a spell on somebody. I think that's how they work. But I don't know. There's a whole theory about that sort of stuff.
About witchcraft?
Witchcraft, especially in the music industry.
Illuminati.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. I don't believe in it.
I think it'd be interesting if it was true.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be a very interesting documentary that I would watch.
Oh, dude, they're all over YouTube.
But
You got to watch them.
I don't think I actually do believe that it's anything.
There's multiple, like, hour and a half long documentaries on the Illuminati in the music industry. And I've watched them, some of them. And you watch them for long enough and they start to make a little bit of sense. They're connecting dots that...
It's a stretch.
Yeah, it's a real big stretch. But after a while, when they keep doing it over and over again,
Yeah.
you're like, shoot. Maybe you're onto something here, guy. But, yeah, there's a whole thing. I guess the Illuminati in the music industry is like all the big names. Beyonce, Jay-Z, Kanye. They're all part of the Illuminati. And they got to where they were because they signed a deal or an oath with the Illuminati. And now they have to do like sacrifices and rituals and stuff. And drink blood and whatnot.
What do you think a Kanye sacrifice would be?
A Kanye sacrifice? Do you think it would be something big or something small? Because he's got like all the money he could ever think to want.
I don't know.
Do you think it would be an animal? Or like his favorite car?
I feel like it'd have to be something just weird.
Yeah.
Like, that wouldn't... It would have to have a huge impact for him.
Yeah.
So, like, a car, like you said, he's got all the money in the world.
Is he still on that Trump train?
As far as I know, I don't know.
Maybe a MAGA hat. An autographed MAGA hat.
Or do you think the Illuminati put him up to that?
To do that?
Yeah.
What would be their motive behind that?
Just pure craziness.
To cause chaos?
Yeah.
Maybe people were starting to get kind of close to the answers, and they're like, we need to do something to cause a diversion. Kanye. That's like in the old Batman TV show, they just have a red phone that calls Kanye. He's our go-to guy.
That's right.
Man, it's looking bad out there.
It is. My phone keeps blowing up with different warnings.
You got a tornado warning here?
Just severe thunderstorm, I think, for right now.
I almost rode my motorcycle here. I'm really glad I didn't.
Yeah.
The wind's whipping.
Wow. It's in effect until 11 p.m.
Oh, there goes a tree limb, I think.
Oh, I just heard it. Did it hit the house?
There's like little sticks in the yard that are blowing towards the house. We're right next to a window, which is, I think, right where you're supposed to be in these sort of situations. I say we stay here because how great would that be for the podcast if just a branch came through this window?
Destroyed all of our equipment.
But we somehow saved the audio.
Man, it really is whipping through here.
Yeah. Sorry, listeners, that we're in the middle of a storm, but...
I'm sure you can probably hear the rain hitting the window.
Yeah. You'll just have to bear with the background noise for this episode. We have to do this because we're in desperate need of a podcast.
Yes,
for
this
week.
podcast will be tomorrow. So,
Well,
no.
Nike's on Fire will be tomorrow.
Wait, what's today?
Today's Friday.
Okay, so we would have been on Back Row.
Oh no, it'll be next week.
Yeah.
Nike's on Fire was today.
Today. I was thinking, I don't know what today is.
Yeah, it'll
been
be
a weird
next
week.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But it'll be next week's episode.
Maybe
Man.
we should just like start talking super smooth, so people might.
Like an ASMR sort of thing with the rain. And
Yeah. Maybe we'll just lull you to sleep.
lull you to sleep.
That's right. Just close your eyes.
Close your eyes. Think about cotton kittens and rainbow ragoon.
Rainbow rag.
There's a little bit of thunder.
That's right.
As you're
Just
closing your eyes,
You're
falling
getting
asleep.
nice and cozy.
You get nice and cozy.
Doesn't matter if you're at work.
Hopefully you're not driving.
Yeah.
If it is, just ease the vehicle to a stop wherever you are. Put it in park. Close your eyes.
And let the sounds of the rains and our voices
Lull you
to sleep.
No need to harmonize. But I did. It was my dad's birthday this past Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And we sang him happy birthday. And of course I took the high harmony like Michael Scott does in the office. Birthday to you.
Oh.
Also, I learned how to play euchre this weekend.
Really?
This past weekend. I bet you I played 24 hours of euchre this weekend.
Wow.
I played a ton of euchre.
I get euchred out pretty quick.
Really?
Yeah.
I love it.
I think it's mostly because it's one of those games that like every time I play I need just like a quick refresher.
Yeah.
Like I remember the basics, but every time I play I'm with people who like are like they play all the time and they don't care if you are like don't know how to play. Like they're just gonna beat the crap out of you,
trample you,
and says like, oh, like
Yeah.
don't let me win, but let me get started here. You know.
I will say Emily and I played with my parents for 6 hours on Sunday.
Wow.
And we only won one game right at the very end.
Oh.
So I'll just throw stuff down.
Yeah.
If it works, it works. Because I'm just learning it, so I'm playing for me. Mm-hmm. I'm not playing like it's hard for me to play with a partner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like try to work with each other. I'm still just trying to figure out how to handle myself and keep my own head above water. But I'm trying to learn. It is really coming down.
Let's talk about the weather on this podcast.
Yeah.
Small talk radio.
Yeah. How are the kids?
Good. Yeah. How about this weather, huh?
Ah, it's out there.
Yeah, it's supposed to cool down.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gonna be muggy though.
Yeah, that's true.
That'll get you.
Very muggy.
It's a dry heat.
Which is it's way better than a humid heat.
Yes.
Well, see ya.
Let's get lunch sometime.
Yeah, sometime.
Oh, I hate that guy. Oh man, it's hard to have a conversation right now with this storm of epic biblical proportions happening outside right now.
Yes.
And I say that right after a hurricane just ripped through the Carolinas.
With flooding of biblical proportions in some areas.
Yeah. Did you see all of that news reporter stuff?
Yeah.
The dude like fighting the wind.
And the two dudes just like stroll past him. I love it when like places like that get called out.
Oh yeah.
Like
it's so satisfying.
Especially they did it to themselves.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
But it makes. I was talking to somebody the other day, like for the Weather Channel, which is the place that got that happened to.
Yeah.
For the most part, nobody's really watching the Weather Channel.
That's true.
So it's all rating like the more dramatic they can make it, the better for their ratings.
Yeah.
So that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
You know, because like again, I'm not saying that the storm we had wasn't bad because it was in areas. But the way that they made it out to be before it happened was like, holy crap, like, this is going to be the worst thing ever.
I never watched the news, especially local news, because it's just absolute cancer.
Yeah.
It is absolute trash. But it's all, basically, just come down to all fear-mongering at this point.
It really has.
The old phrase, if it bleeds, it leads, sort of thing. What's the most crazy thing that we can spread today that'll get us views? It's like with sorry, this is going to be a weird podcast because I'm having such a hard time focusing with the rain. I just want to look at it.
Yeah,
because it's just so crazy out there right now. That tree is just falling apart. Sounds like a train.
Isn't that what they say? Tornadoes.
Yeah.
My brother used to work in the TV news, and I went out with him when he was out in Evansville one time. He was a photographer, so he went out and did all the live shots.
Yeah.
And they had a police scanner in the station. Whenever they heard something, they would send people out. And there was this huge wreck, like right downtown. It was backing up traffic for miles and stuff. And it was like I don't know what they call it, where like multiple stations respond, like first responders respond. So my brother was grabbing his bag, and we were in the car, and he gets a phone call, and they were like, "Hey, there's no fatalities, so don't worry about it."
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's cold.
Yeah, and he's like, it wears on, like it wore on him. He's not in that anymore.
I'm sure.
He's just like, everything is bad. Everything that you report on is bad.
Yeah. You ever see? Actually, before I get into that, I'm going to write it down so I don't forget. I was watching, or my mom, I was eating, just on the couch eating supper, and my mom comes in, she turns on local news, and they started off the broadcast with a piece on walking and chewing gum at the same time. And I grabbed the remote and shut it off and said, "No, this is so dumb.
Yep.
You're getting dumber watching this."
Right.
I didn't say that to my mom, but...
Mom, you're getting dumb.
You're getting dumb, Mom. But have you seen the movie Nightcrawler?
I have.
Oh, shoot, that's a good movie.
That's a really good movie.
If you haven't seen Nightcrawler, it's about a dude that's like a videographer, like a cameraman. He's just doing like really small time stuff, like for himself, like freelance work for the news. And he figures out if it bleeds, it leads. So he gets a police scanner, and he happens to get to the scene of a wreck before anybody else. Like the first responders weren't even there, paramedics weren't there. He grabs the body, because a body had been ejected from the vehicle, and he pulls it into better lighting, and then he starts filming. And it's Jake Gyllenhaal, one of Jake Gyllenhaal's best performances, but I think it kind of mirrors the derangedness and the callousness of.
And I mean, you think about that's society today. Like, how many times does something bad happen, or someone's getting beaten up, for instance, and what's the first thing people do is grab their phones as opposed to
filming,
helping the situation.
Yeah,
like, I honestly think that there should be like some sort of legislation that, because I'm pretty sure, isn't there like something like a Good Samaritan law or something where if you see someone in need, like you're
Good Samaritan Act, I think is what it's called, but I forget.
I don't know exactly what it is, but it's something along those lines. Like if you can help and you don't, then you could be prosecuted for it. And it's something like that. Like, you're just standing around taking video of probably someone at the worst part of their life.
Yeah.
Instead of doing what you can to help them.
Yeah.
That drives me nuts.
Yeah. It's insane. I apologize again. Distracting storm.
Looks like it's calming down, though.
Yeah, it looks like it's light. It's getting a little bit lighter outside. We're just in the eye of it. It'll get bad again.
That's right.
I think, and this isn't an original thought at all. I've heard this from many different people, but the problem with mass shootings today and the fact that they've gone up, the amount of them, I think is because it's so heavily televised whenever they do happen. Because that story's on for weeks.
Yeah. You make them a celebrity.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You make them a celebrity, and then somebody else who's a little bit sick in the head who wants attention or wants their message to be heard in that way, they have now an outlet.
Yeah.
And it's I don't mean this in a bad way or in a callous way, but it is not hard to open fire on a group of people and do a lot of damage. Mm-hmm. It's hard to get to that point as a human being. Right. But the actual commitment to that act, pulling the trigger, that's not hard. Mm-hmm. It's like a 5-pound trigger pull on most guns, and that's all it takes. Yeah. But so, yeah, I want to say, like, well, what do you do to that situation? And I say, well, don't watch it. Whenever there's anything on, just turn it off. But when Las Vegas happened, I was all on that stuff. Yeah. Watching all that stuff. Yeah. So
I will say, I think there's a small shift happening to, like, going towards the media and whatnot kind of shying away from glorifying the shooters.
You think?
I think it's not great. It's not great, but I think that social media has been more aware of that for sure. Mm-hmm. And, like, why are we giving this person what they wanted when they did such a cowardly thing? Yeah, you know. Yeah. But I think there's still a huge length they could go. What am I looking for? A greater distance that they could.
It has a long way to go.
It has a long way to go. Yes, that's what I was looking for.
Glad I could help you find that.
I appreciate it.
But yeah, I don't know. Some days I have zero faith in humanity and hope is low. But then other days I see Elon Musk on Joe Rogan's podcast and just all hope is restored. Did you watch that or listen to it?
I didn't watch. I just saw a very small snippet of it.
Did you watch the part where he smoked pot?
Yeah.
Everybody did. There's so much more to that interview. It's 3 hours of absolutely amazingness. Wow. That dude is so smart. Yeah. But that one little snippet, and it's hilarious. His stocks dipped by like 10%, and then they shot right back up.
Did they?
Yeah. Because I think like all the uppity people were like, "Oh, we got to dump now." Yeah. And then all the people that like couldn't afford it now could afford it, and they all bought. Yeah. But that was a fantastic podcast. He's doing a lot of cool stuff. Yeah. He has his fingers in so many different things. Mm-hmm. He's doing so much. He's building a tunnel underneath LA that is going to like zip cars at 100 miles an hour from one place to another. He's doing stuff in space, trying to get like colonies up in space and whatnot.
I saw they're doing a commercial flight here soon.
Yeah. How much is it?
I don't know. It was a Chinese billionaire that was able to do it.
Yeah. Probably like $100,000 though, a ticket probably.
I'd say easy.
Would you do that if you had the money? Like if you just had that money lying around?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I want to go to space so bad. I will never be an astronaut, so.
Yeah. What I really love the Alien movies, specifically that first one. Because it was made in 1973 and it revolutionized sci-fi horror. But I like it as well because the whole premise is like space truckers. That's who the people were, because they were just transporting coal or whatever, whatever they had mined off a distant planet and bringing it back to Earth.
Yeah.
So they were like astronauts, but they were like gritty and not like the astronauts that you think about today. And if we ever got to that point, I could do that. Would you, let's say, I'm going to throw a premise at you here, and I'm going to lean back and get comfortable because this might be a minute. Let's say that there was a corporation that mined distant planets, like outside of our galaxy.
Okay.
Outside of our solar system, at least. And you mined the planets for whatever natural resources they had, and then you brought them back to Earth. And it would be like a 3-year-long mission, or 5 years, and you had to go into cryo sleep and stuff. Pay, well, we won't even talk about pay yet, but would you do that? Would you consider that?
I think so, yeah.
I would.
Yeah, I mean,
I would.
at the very least, consider it.
Yeah.
I think it'd be tough if I had a family.
Mm-hmm.
But it'd also be super cool.
My current circumstance right now, like where I'm at this very moment, somebody walks in that door and says, "Hey, we want you up on the International Space Station for a year." Undoubtedly, I'm saying yes.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm saying yes.
See Emily.
Yeah. We actually talked about it yesterday. And she was not too happy about my just complete commitment to being away for a year. But I don't know. That doesn't happen to anybody.
And to be able to just to see.
Yeah.
In my opinion, the things you would see would be worth it. Like,
I want to know if the Earth's flat or not. This is my one chance to find out for sure.
No one can take this away from me.
But in the International Space Station, you see the sunrise like, what, 5 times a day or something?
I think, yeah, a bunch.
Probably even more than that. But
and then, like, just being able to, like, the pictures from the space station of the hurricane.
Yeah.
Like, seeing that from
That's
that view,
crazy.
like,
yeah.
It blows my mind to think about.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be so cool.
It'd be so sick.
Yeah.
But if I had the opportunity to go away for 5 years to another planet, do whatever we needed to do, even if it was just like sample collecting, come back.
Bring us back some rocks.
Yeah. Brought you this rock. This one looked pretty cool. You could probably skip this one if you wanted to. Even for all the movies I've seen where that goes south, I would still do it.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. You're talking about purpose. That's been like my theme for the past few months and discussed heavily in some of these recent episodes.
Yeah.
Think about the amount of purpose you would feel
To be on another planet.
to be on another planet.
Collecting rocks.
Well, it's for science, man.
I know.
We could someday go to that planet,
Yeah.
maybe terraform it if that's possible.
Right.
Or maybe it's one of those planets that we've found that's very similar to Earth. You know? Who knows, man? There's a really cool planet that they found where just along the equator, like 100 miles to either side of the equator, is basically exactly like Earth. Then either side is like death. Because the planet's so big that just the equator is like breathable air, and then the rest is like extreme heat or extreme cold.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
Yeah. Can you imagine that? If you lived on a planet where you literally couldn't go to the majority of it because it would kill you.
That'd be kind of fun. Like,
There's like a definitive line.
Don't go past it.
Yeah, the government just wouldn't let you cross.
Speaking of the government and space,
Bring it on.
did you see...
Space Force?
No.
Dun, 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 dun. Space Force. Space Force.
Like, anyway.
Aliens, man.
Well, did you see, it's called the, we were actually talking about this the other day, the Sunspot Observatory. And
Yes.
how the FBI just showed up randomly.
Did I tell you about that?
You told me, we talked about the flares, And then a few days later, that came out on Twitter, and we haven't talked about it.
Okay, I talked about it with the rest of the worship team because you weren't there last Sunday.
Yeah.
Yes, I did see that.
Yeah.
What's all that about?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything.
Okay, here's the scoop, guys. Here's the scoop, back row. This is what's happening. So there's a sunspot observatory in New Mexico. It was shut down by the FBI. Suddenly, everybody evacuated. Also, a post office that was close by was shut down, evacuated everybody out. Nobody's allowed in. The sheriff of the town isn't even allowed in.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. What's going on?
Have we heard any updates?
I haven't looked into it.
I haven't either. I just read the first thing.
We're nearing the end of this episode, so in between this episode and the next one, I'll look it up and we'll research it a little bit. Then maybe we'll talk about it if there's been any updates. But I think what it is there's been a solar flare on the sun, and these things have the ability to knock out electronics. I think we talked about this.
We did, yeah.
Yeah. So I think that and it was right, actually, the time they shut it down, it was right at the time where a massive one, like the largest one we've seen, like ever, has been observed. It was right at that time that everything was shut down. So I think that they don't want people knowing, they don't want anything leaking out or a panic happening.
See, here's the thing, though, is that we're not the only country in this world who observes space.
Yeah.
So if something major has happened, we're probably not the only ones who saw it.
Maybe.
So,
but maybe all the governments are in cahoots.
Do you think?
As far as that goes, if you were a massive government, wouldn't it behoove you to not have you?
Sorry.
Behove?
Go ahead.
I'm going to say it again. Wouldn't it behoove you? Wouldn't it behoove you to not have your, or to have your civilian population not be rioting in the streets?
But would it cause a riot?
What do you think if a message went out right now that, hey, you're going to lose all electronics. You won't be able to drive anywhere for the foreseeable future.
But would it be more beneficial to have a plan in place that people are aware of?
I don't think you can plan for that, man.
Like some ground rules?
No one is going to follow ground rules.
Like,
hey, ground rules.
Like martial law?
Well, they can't enforce it because even the government, it's all going to be knocked out. All the vehicles won't be able to start.
Right.
Nothing's going to work.
So you think it'll just be total?
I honestly do. Try. Okay, let's say a message goes out right now. We get a text from our phones. You're going to lose. It's imminent. We're losing all electronics, your vehicles, everything for the foreseeable future. It's going to be months and months and months and months until we can get everything back up online.
Right.
Or get the grid back up at the very least. Go to a grocery store 10 minutes after that. It's going to be looted.
Right. Yeah.
Absolutely looted.
Okay. I don't know. It'd be interesting.
I think it would be very interesting. Dangerous.
Yeah.
For sure. I'm going to someone that you know's house that we've talked about.
Right.
Who may or may not be prepared
for
these sorts of things. But yeah, I don't think that if that sort of information got out, I think it would be mass chaos, uncontrollable. So I think as a government, it would behoove you to keep that under wraps.
That's fair.
Yeah, because I just imagine 1 billion people just swarming the White House. Because I doubt that would happen, but it's a possibility because anything could happen at that point.
Yeah. So where would you want to be when that happened?
Man, I really don't know. Some place that we're approaching winter. Mm-hmm. So you can't grow anything right now if you haven't started a garden. Your garden, even if you do have a garden, it's finishing up right now where we're at. But I would want to be somewhere that has a non-electronic or non-electric well that pumps water, that has plenty of firewood saved up, an indoor wood stove because winter's coming. Winter's coming. I know what I said. And someplace that has a decent amount of food saved up, non-perishable and the like. I don't know where that is. Probably some mountain man's cabin, but
right.
I don't know.
Well, we're gonna do some research.
Yeah, on this whole telescope incident. I'm really curious now.
Yeah.
So
remember, you can email us your theories.
Please do.
Like we want to hear where you would want to be.
Yeah.
Email it to us at itrustyoupodcast@gmail.com.
Or reach out to us at Twitter. Reach out to us at Twitter at myfriendpodcast at twitter.com.
You can find me on Twitter. I think I'm at Jordan Benter.
You're at the Jordan Benter. And I'm at Don Moretti. You can check us out on Podbean, iTunes, Spotify, wherever else you get your podcasts.
Back Row Radio on Fridays.
Fridays at 7 Eastern Time and again at 10 a.m.
That's right. You figure it out for your time zone because we can't.
We're on at the top of every hour for about 15 minutes. And then it's music, and then it's back into the podcast. So it's kind of split up a little bit.
Yeah. You'll hear our crazy thoughts and theories.
Yeah.
And Brian, we're kind of worried about you, buddy.
Yeah. Where are you at? You okay? You hanging in there? You doing okay? Hey, the rain stopped.
The rain has stopped.
Look at that.
I can see clearly now the rain has gone. I can see all the obstacles in my way. I think we hit a harmony in there.
I don't think so.
No, I think just for a second.
Let's try to hit one right now because we have just a couple seconds before our intro gets in.
Just two dudes having a conversation. You're my friend and I trust you.